Hi, this is Rachel from Busy Mommy Media, and I'm excited to show you the Learning Tower today. The Learning Tower is a step stool for kids, and you can see it's adjustable down here. It's very easy to adjust for different heights of kids so that they can be at the perfect height for to work at the counter. The nice thing about this is, I know most of you have probably had children push a chair up to the counter or try and use a step stool that doesn't quite reach. And the problem with that is it can tip over so easily and kids can fall off the back, especially younger kids if they take a step back and don't realize that the chair is ending. And so it can be really dangerous for kids. It's not a stable surface for them to be on. But the Learning Tower has bars all the way around. It's got wood. If you don't have the easel on the back, they can actually come through all four sides. And it supports them, so if they do tip back, there's something there to catch them. You can see the base of the Learning Tower is very stable. It is a bigger unit, so you do have to have the space in your kitchen for it. It's kind of heavy just because it is so stable, but I personally rather have something heavy than something that's going to be flimsy and tip over with my child on it. So we keep it on the rug and kind of just slide it around on the floor wherever we need it to be. But it's always in the kitchen and it's always being used by somebody or 2 or 3 kids depending on what they're doing. Richard is 3 years old and he's using the Learning Tower. The nice thing about it being adjustable is it can be used for different ages of children, and it's really easy to adjust. You can just get your fingers in here. There's actually finger holes that you can use so that you don't have to wiggle your fingers in.
Finger holes.
You see the finger holes right there? And you can put, when a child's not on, you can put your fingers in there and just use it to lift the board down or lift it up depending on the height of the child so they can get to the right height to help you at the counter. I like having this in the kitchen because when it's not in here, my kids are constantly under my feet, and if I'm paying attention to cooking dinner, I'm going to trip over them and I'm going to step on their toes, and it's just not going to end well. But having the Learning Tower in the kitchen gives them a safe place to be, so they're out of the way, they're at a safe height on the counter, they're not going to try and climb up on the counter, they're not going to fall off a chair, and they're ready and they can be up there and help if I give them a simple job that they can do while I'm cooking. And it keeps them occupied, it keeps them safe. I don't have to go hunting around the house for them because they know that they've got a spot to be in the kitchen and they want to be there. They want to be in there and helping. And if they're allowed to participate in meal preparation, that's where they're going to be. But at the same hand, they're not near the stove, they're not pulling things out of drawers that they shouldn't get into, and they're not right under your feet when you're not paying attention to them, so you're not going to trip. This is the Art Easel that goes on the back of the Learning Tower. It lifts up so you can actually switch it. There's a safety latch on the bottom so that it can stay sturdy onto the Learning Tower. And we've really liked this so that multiple kids can use the Learning Tower at the same time. 1 or 2 will actually fit in the Learning Tower, depending on the moods of the children while they're in there. But they can actually safely fit 2 children up there, so they can be working on the counter, either cooking or working on an art project or any other kind of quiet time activity that they can do at the counter, while another child can be working down on the whiteboard down there. So it works really well for keeping multiple kids occupied at the same time. And I know where my kids are, I know what they're doing, and I know they're not getting into anything that could be dangerous for them. Richard, do you like the Learning Tower?
Yeah.
It's fun to have a place to go, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
I'm so glad I've been able to show you the Learning Tower today. I think it's such a wonderful product, and any parent with young children in the home would just love this. I'm not quite sure what we did before we had it in here because my kids use it every day. There's always at least 1 or 2 kids using it.